we're heading towards the weekly close. Let's get ready. Let's make some plans and let's see what happens. Hello Adrian and welcome back to my channel. It is 7:30 p.m. UTC plus 8 is my time zone. So welcome everybody who is watching around the world. It is Sunday. Sunday, beautiful Sunday, last day of the weekend, last day that we can chill, last day that we can relax, because we are going to get ready for war. Well, war. We are trying to get to make some money on the weekly close and on the next coming week. So I wanted to wish everybody welcome first from the hardcore crew. Hi Darren, hi Jeremy, hi Donald, hi Manding. Hope you are all doing well on this Sunday. Hi Sabri, welcome as well. Let's take a quick analysis on what we've said yesterday. Well, yesterday I've said, very likely that Ethereum is going to be pumping towards that 407-ish area, 407-ish area. So this green box here, and what did I say? Yeah, very likely Ethereum is going to pull Bitcoin as well towards this green box as well, towards this 11,650-ish area. And as you can see right now, we are right there right there at that point, and things are actually looking quite good, as you can see. Hi Lewis. Yes, I'm not going to call you Lipo Lewis anymore. I'm just gonna call you Lewis. My weekend was quite eventful, Sabri. Not on in a trading perspective, but when you have a little baby, it's always eventful. Let's put it like that. But as you can see, we are right there at that level, at around the 11,600. Like I said, I'm not really bearish or anything like that. When I see a lot of people being bearish, then I'm actually bullish most of the times, rather than the opposite, right? So anyways, let's take a look first on the daily close. And well, the daily close was actually not that great, as you can see. Daily close, we closed back below the EMA 21 and below the 10 simple moving average. But yeah, like I said, quickly movement towards the upside, and right now we are basically above the EMA 21 and the 10 simple moving average as well. So what can we expect? Where are we heading at, and so on and so on. That's basically what we're here to be looking at, right? So for now, we are here at this zone here. If we stay above the EMA 55 and the of course above the EMA 55, also above the EMA 21, obviously on the 4 hour, and the next 24 minutes, right? 24 minutes. We are potentially going to be making a golden cross, right? On the 4 hour chart. The EMA 21 is going to keep on going, and then we're going to have a nice bullish cross here on these between these two moving averages, which is obviously what is going to tell us basically continuation of our trend, right? So what are we looking at right now? Well, what am I expecting is actually continuation of the trend. As long as tomorrow, when the weekly candle closes, if the weekly candle closes above anything above 11.5 is actually positive, right? I would say 11.550 to be a little bit more careful. But anything above that is really a good candle close on the weekly basis, and that will basically confirm for me once again very likely continuation of the trend of everything. So one second. But yeah, for the record, I'm still not 100%. I'm still, my nose is still clogged. I'm still not feeling 100%. So there's that. Hi Silverflix, I'm good. Well, as good as it can be. But yeah, so for the weekly close, as long as we hold our line 11.5, 11.550, things are great. That would mean continuation of our stokes towards the upside, and also a a stay in the bullish territorium as well for our RSI as well. So all things looking very good there, right? So just looking at the daily, closing around here, very likely continuation. Do I think that we will be immediately, breaking the trend or anything like that? Well, no, I don't think that will immediately happen. But what we can be confirming, not confirming, but what is very, very likely is going to be happening is if once again, if we start closing candles above this green box here, very likely we'll be heading towards that 11,750-ish area. Maybe get a little bit of wick down here, but eventually I do see the price going up towards the 11,000. Towards the 11,900-ish area, and then basically we will know if we would be able to be breaking that level. To be honest, don't really think. Well, depends on tomorrow, right? If we are going to be creating that gap down once again on the CME chart, very likely we're gonna be filling it again. So the scenario, what I have in mind right now is something like this, right? So we basically go up here, go and make a small retracement, and then go towards this block here, and then basically go all the way back down here. Why am I thinking that? Is because, well, people, when a lot of people are going to be screaming head and shoulders. That's basically the reason why I think that's like just the maximum pain level, right? Imagine this. So people will say, oh, this is a beautiful head and shoulder here. And then the EMA 55 is going to be here somewhere like this, right? And then people are going to be entering massive amounts of short positions. Everything is going to be looking very bearish. You will see a ton of amounts of like people saying, oh, head and shoulders, we're going to go crashing down. And then it's going to be, lagging a little bit here on the side and then go to the moon. That's basically the highest pain scenario that I'm seeing for people. So that's kind of what I think is going to be I'm expecting. So I do think that we will have a nice weekly candle close. I do think that we will have a nice monthly candle close as well. So over the next couple of days, slow movement, like I said, towards 1150, small pullback, and then 11.9, and then yeah, it's very possible. I'm not saying it's just one of my scenarios that I have in mind. Like I said, I just trade the levels that there is. So tomorrow, what I'm looking at is basically if we do manage to be closing above this green box, I'll take that long position towards this this green box up here. What I'm just trading is not my opinion. I'm just trading levels and box to box basically, right? So but overall, that's kind of what I am expecting on the macro level, to be honest. Like, people are going to be screaming head and shoulders, and then entering massive amount of short position, and then they're gonna get screwed over really, really hardcore. Because to be honest, if the weekly close and the monthly close is very positive, once again, there's no confirmation just yet, right? I just wait for the confirmations before I'll be be saying that. But for now, like I said, as long as we are holding everything on the 11,000 level, and we don't create that lower low structure here on this daily, I consider this whole structure as reaccumulation, not accumulation, reaccumulation, and pretty much a continuation of the trend towards the upside, like I've explained before, 13,000, 14,000, and so on and so on. Well, why do I think that? Well, it's very, very similar as we have seen in the past. In 2018, as you can see on the weekly, we have this ascending triangle. We broke up from that ascending triangle. Very similar here, ascending triangle, and we broke up from that ascending triangle as well, right? Exact the same thing. And then what happened? We ranged and we had this basically reaccumulation phase, and that's basically where we're at also in right now. And it was like 4 weeks, as you can see, and then we had another leg towards the upside, and that's basically what I'm expecting for now as well. So we have this ascending triangle, a few weeks of reaccumulation, and very likely, like I said, another leg towards the upside. Do we go all the way, do we make this leg all the way up, like from here to here? Very likely not, right? But It's possible, but I don't think we were gonna be going that far ahead. Maybe, I mean, it would be amazing if we managed to get all the way there, but I don't think we will get there. I think 14 ish is the levels that I'm thinking, but it all depends on, of course, what the traditional markets are going to be saying. But if the traditional markets are going to be making that return or that move towards the downside, then things are going to be um, um, then things are going to be looking very, very toppy, and then reversing, right? Let's put it like that, reversing back down for everything. So other than that, we can also see the following that is quite interesting that I've noticed. Okay, so we've been talking about this COT chart for a while already as well, and as you can see right now, the retail is actually going back down, right? So the retail is actually going back down, but what we can see is actually the professional trading volume is be going up, and the most important one, that's the most important one, the most important one is this one. We can see that institutional traders are going towards the upside, and whenever institutional money is coming in and pushing it towards the upside, that's the most conservative group, right? So usually I follow the professional traders because, well, I am part of that group, but this has the most value, to be honest, right now in our market, and we can clearly see that the amount of institutional money is coming in, and the amount of professional traders is pushing everything up. So that's one of the reasons I'm still macro bullish rather than bearish. But yeah, like I said, I don't trade. I'll just wait for my confirmations instead of making bold predictions or bold calls. But overall, the probabilities for myself are still higher towards the upside rather than the downside. When I refer to confirmation, the lowest time frame that I go with is the 4-hour Jennifer. So I don't trade. As you can see, I never even show any charts below 4 hours. So yeah, that's basically when I'm talking about confirmation. The higher the time frame, obviously, the more value or the more importance that there is in terms of like confirmation. But yeah, I don't really look at anything lower than the 4-hour charts. So yeah. I know there's a lot of people who are profitable in trading 1 hour or 2 hour charts, or even 5-minute charts, but yeah, that's not my trading style or my trading strategy. So I just, like I said, I just trade levels by levels, usually from green box to green box, and I don't look at anything lower than 4 hour most of the time, right? Anyways, so for over the next 14 minutes, what I'm looking for is just holding this area here. Let's see then during the CME open tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. what happens. Do we create a gap? Do we and so on, and based upon that I will make my decision. But like I said, the probabilities is still higher that we are going to be going towards the upside rather than the downside. This is what I'm expecting. Like I said, if we get confirmation above this green box, very likely we'll be going to 11,900 ish area. If we obviously basically at this point now, if we are creating a lower 4-hour candle that is lower than the previous body, I would say this area here, 11,000. Yeah, we can put it actually a little bit higher now, 11,480. Yeah, if we would have a candle close, let's say 11,480, basically below the EMA 21, very likely we'll be swiping back down once again towards this 11,350 ish area. So that's basically the range that I'm looking at. But am I going to take that short if we close that candle below the EMA 21 or below 11,482? No, probably I'm not interested in that. So overall, I'm still looking, like I said, as long as the macro trend is towards the upside, I will be still looking for long positions rather than shorting positions. The only shorting position that I might once again might take is when we reach this 11,900-ish area. Probably not 100%. Depends on what I'm seeing or what the indicators are telling me or something like that. But for now, I'm still, like I said, my bias is still towards the upside. Yes, Jeremy. I like the Ichimoku Cloud indicator. I that was one of my first indicators that I've learned the theory about on how to use it. So yeah, I do like it. But yeah, after a while, after a while, you kind of like have your favorites and you keep using it as long as it works. You keep using it. But I do refer to the Ichimoku Clouds once a while, not that often, but once a while I do. Let's take a look on anything else that we can show. Yeah, so, other things that we can clearly see is this one here, the RSI stock hybrid. So the RSI and the stochastics are actually starting to curl back towards the upside, as you can see, and making a reversal pattern towards the upside. And usually, as you can see here, went down for a really long time. Usually that also means quite positive things for the Bitcoin price as well. So those are the things that are looking very, very positive. Also, well, if we are looking at Ethereum right now, like I said, we are now here at this green box here. If we close, very similar as in Bitcoin, if we close above this green box, I'll be looking to long it all the way up towards this green box here with a pit stop at around the 422, 420-ish area. So pit stop around there, small retracement, but overall I do think that we'll be heading towards that $430 area once again for Ethereum as well. So looks like it's for Ethereum, like I've said in my previous videos already, we had 3 bullish divergence drives, so it actually looks better. Ethereum looks actually better right now than Bitcoin. And how can we see that as well? Well, we already have our golden cross here, as you can see here. The EMA 21 is already crossing over the EMA 55 on the Ethereum chart, which is obviously not the case just yet, as you can see on the Bitcoin price, right? As you can see, we still have a gap here. So if Ethereum is leading the charge, if Ethereum is leading everything, very likely that we will have that golden cross as well on the Bitcoin price. And well, that also does mean that, like I said, very likely we will have a continuation of the price towards the upside. But like I said before, I still have a feeling that we have like one more massive push towards the downside after we get to around this area here. Like I said, it just makes that beautiful head and shoulders look-alike pattern, and then to screw over all the people that are going to be entering shorts and stuff like that. That's just but that's just what I'm thinking. But other than that, I'll just be trading my levels and my zones. Anyways, let's take a look on some other coins because I basically said what I wanted to say for Bitcoin. Let's take a look on Link. What is Link doing? Well, yesterday I said if we are breaking or closing for our candles above this orange line here, very likely we would be moving back up towards very likely higher levels, right? So as you can see here, we are at what is it, 17.4. Very, very nice. Does this look like the end or anything like that? No, this looks like continuation of the trend. So very likely we'll be ending up as well all the way here around $18.8. Very, very likely, with obviously with some pullbacks along the way. But yeah, that looks like the area that we will be heading at as well. So it looks very, 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 very positive as well. Then this whole structure here is very likely to be accumulation as well, this whole structure here. So yeah, very likely $18.8 towards the upside for Link. So looks very good. The Does that mean that we won't be, like I said, does that mean that we won't be breaking all the way back down at one point in time? Of course we will. Like I said, I eventually at one point, I do expect Link to be going all the way back down to like really, you know, half of the price or something like that. That's usually what always happens, but it will obviously take some time. So anything else that any other coins that any of you guys want to be asking me? Because Sunday is actually the day that you can ask me these shit coins, because there's usually not that much happening, because there's no traditional markets going on, and there's no other things going on, right? So you can always ask me about some shit coins as well, right? Let's take a look on Tezos. What is going on with Tezos? Ooh, Tezos is not that great right now. Do we have some bullish divergences? That's always the first thing that I want to be checking. If we have the divergences, so we have here, we have one swipe here, but that's basically already worked out. Here we have here no bullish divergence, here no bullish, no. So we don't have bullish divergence on Tezos. So this looks like it just wants to try to do the same thing as the rest of the market, make a small move up, but this doesn't look good to be honest just yet. Let's take a look on the daily. Yeah, so it's trying to be to reverse, but I don't think we do have bullish diversion on the daily. No, we don't have bullish diversion on the daily. So yeah, very likely that we will be swiping one more down with Tezos. To be honest, this does not look like it's ready to be crossing towards the upside just yet. So I think Tezos have to wait it out a little bit longer. I think we will be swiping it back down to like 3.2, 22, something like that. Not that strong, but yeah, I think a little swipe towards the downside first before moving towards the upside. Right. Let's take a look on Algo. Yes, Algo. I've been checking that as well. Yeah, Algo is exactly the same. Like I said, very likely we'll be going back down here. This is the area, and I think I went through that yesterday as well. This is the area that I'm really interested in. The EMA 200 simple moving average. That's where it looks like it's heading towards down to, and then from here playing the bounce towards the upside. So Algo is something to keep an eye on. Definitely that area. I'm gonna put some notifications there. That's something that is interesting for all. Gold spot price. Yes, gold is actually, as you can see here, very similar like Bitcoin, at a very high and strong resistance. We'll have to be waiting for the I'll have to wait for the weekly close. It looks okay. It doesn't look that bad, but yeah, it's a really tough one. Really tough one for gold. It looks like it wants to, but it's nowhere near to be confirmed or anything like that. It could very likely get rejected and go back down once again. So I would not be in a rush and getting into any positions, except if we start closing above this green box here, then very likely back to the 2012, this previous area here. But yeah, I would not be 100% completely feeling secure immediately just now. I would just probably wait it out a little bit longer for gold. Comp. Let's take a look on comp. Let's take this chart here so we can move that. Comp USD. Let's take a look on comp. Oh yeah. What is comp doing? So we basically already had a small push up towards the upside. Let's take a look on the daily. Yeah, this looks like a nice rounding pattern. So looks like continuation to me. Very likely back towards the 218-ish levels. 218 levels. Yeah, it closed above this very heavy resistance here, and then basically went back to the previous tops here, as you can see, and it's still pushing towards the upside. So maybe as long as we hold this level here, but it looks very, very constructive. Yeah, more upside towards 218, and then very likely 229 for comp. To be honest, this looks very constructive. But right now at this point in time, it's more about holding this this level here. It could easily go back to this previous support level here again, right? So maybe something like this is very possible. I would try to get some like I said, somewhere here around the 10 simple moving average would be probably a good entry, which is currently at 196-ish area. So a small pullback, because well, we already went quite high, or well, if it pushes through towards the upside, 218 would be my next target. All right, let's take a look on band of band. Looks good for return to like 14.5. Very big resistance hit there, as you can see here, this whole cluster here. Let's see if we are able to be closing above 40.5. If we are closing above 14.5, things look really good to be going back basically towards the previous all-time high. It's making that move, and it's making a nice ascending triangle type of like a lot of higher lows, right? So you can see here the structure here, and then basically here, nice ascending triangle that is being formed right now. So could it go back down and swipe back down one more time to the EMA 55? Yes, possible. But yeah, maybe the next try that we go towards the upside, it could be breaking towards the upside. Looks constructive. So definitely not bearish on it as well. But yeah, like I said, would I rush immediately into a position? Not immediately. If we do break this, if we do close above this 14.5, I would probably be interested in it at that point and time. But for now, yeah, I would just wait it out. It could just easily go back to like the EMA 55, which is currently at 12.57 to be exact. Maybe a small pullback towards that area or something like that, and then try to break it towards the upside once again. Anything else that we can go? Where was I? Yeah, there was comp. Is anything else? What else is there? Dot. What is dot? Let's take a look on dot. Oh yeah, let's take a look on dot. Oh yeah, dot just got listed not too long ago apparently. Let's take a look. Still holding EMA 21. That's a positive thing. Let's take a look on the daily first. It looks quite toppy, to be honest. Dot. It looks quite toppy. As I would wait it out a little bit. Looks like it wants to be coming back down a little bit. Yeah. I would wait it out. It seems like it just got listed, and then it got listed and it got basically pumped up really hardcore. I would wait it out for this one a little bit, because just looking at the daily, it seems like it's toppy, like you see this rounding type of structure, right? So back down towards 5.65 ish or something like that, waiting for this 10 simple moving average to be going up. Could wick lower, of course, as you can see, a bunch of wicks here. I would wait it out for dot. I would not enter it immediately here. It looks more toppy than anything than the other ones, but yeah. Let's see if we are able to close a 4-hour candle close above 6.357. Then I would change my mind. Then very likely we would be going back all the way to like the previous all-time high, right? 6.7 ish or something like that. But yeah, looks like it wants to take take a leg towards the downside first before anything else. Doc. What is Doc? What is Doc? I have no idea what Doc is. All these all these crazy coins. Oh my god. Let's take a look on Doc. Ooh, Doc. Ah, that crazy. Yeah, that's a beautiful uptrend as well. Beautiful uptrend. Beautiful uptrend. Looks constructive. Looks good. Looks constructive. Short term. Yeah, it looks good, to be honest. Still holding the 10 simple moving average, but yeah, for this one I would say very likely, more likely to have continuation first, to be honest. So I think this one goes up first before anything else. So I think, well, like I said, very simple to confirm. 4-hour candle close above the 0.031. Very likely we will go back to 0.033, right? So the previous upside or something like that. So but it looks good actually. So this one, in the short, even in the short term, I think more likely towards the upside rather than the downside. So a leg up first than anything. What is WDI? Wirecard. Oh yeah, Wirecard. Let's see. Oh yeah. That doesn't look good. That does not look good. It even it even yeah. And yeah, what can I say about this? Yeah, that's a downtrend, my friend. That's a downtrend. Then the question is, do we have bullish divergence? Do we have bullish divergence? Do we have bullish divergence? Oh shit! Well, actually, we do, right? We do. Yeah, we do. We're starting. Yeah, we're starting to have potential bullish divergence. We're starting to have potential bullish divergence. So what do I expect? A little bit more down. A little bit more down. A little bit more down. But yeah, there's a potential bullish divergence forming. So where do we see it? Wait, let me take a look. This is quite funny. Where do we see it? I would say 0. 0. Yeah, this area here, 0.75 ish. Then maybe we'll have a small bounce from there. If not, yeah, then very likely 0.55 euro, something like that. Then we might get a bounce. It's building. It's building. It's building. But yeah, that does not look good. Yeah. Let's take a look on Cardano, because that's everybody's favorite cryptocurrency. Cardano, man, Cardano does not look good. It still does not look good. Wow. Let me see. See here on the daily, we have a potential bearish cross on the daily, right? So still not able to be closing above this this critical area, which is obviously, you know, trying to be breaking the EMA 55 and EMA 21. Here the yellow line, yeah, it does not look good. I mean, it's making a bounce, yes, but this, look at this. This is a futile bounce, right? I mean, if you compare, look at this. If you compare this whole drop here and then it makes this small bounce towards the upside, it's not good. It doesn't look good at all. Very bad. Let me take a quick Fibonacci retracement from that level. How much we... Yeah, it basically did the Fibonacci of a 0.382 Fib level. It didn't even manage to get to 0.5. Does not look good. Does not look good. Here, yeah, getting rejected from the EMA 55 already on the 4-hour. Still above the EMA 21. So yeah, I mean, might get another push up. But it overall, it's not something I would be very interested in. As you can see, whenever we see like these small pushes towards the upside, it means that the it's not strong, right? It means that it's not strong. So I would not waste my time, to be honest, in looking at a lot of ADA at least for now. I mean, you know, until I see something different. But Uh, of course, if Bitcoin goes up, everything in the USDT is going to go up. But, you know, if this is only going up this small, then it's better to be putting your money into something else that goes up a lot faster, of course, right? So, yeah, I would not put so much money into it for now. This does not look great. Let's take a look on what you mean, my FIP retracement. Well, just from the top to the bottom, right? It's a bearish retracement, right? This is just from the previous top. So this is the previous top to the bottom here, as you can see. 0.32 FIP level, basically, right? Okay. USD SEC. What's the USD SEC? Let's take a look. Swedish krona. Wow. Holy. That does. That's not good. That's not good. Wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, that does not look that looks like continuation towards the downside as well, right? For the Swedish krona. We have a bearish cross here, also on the 4 hour. The divergence between the EMA 21 and EMA 55 is getting stronger and stronger. So yeah, continuation of the downside. This is not accumulation. This is this is basically distribution. So this is gonna go. But yeah, I mean it's not crypto, so it's going to be slow, right? But yeah, this one I expect it to be going down more slowly. Yeah, very likely towards 8.54. Very likely. 8.54 ish area. Do we see some bullish divergence? Let's see if we see some bullish divergence. Do we see some bullish divergence? No, no bullish. Wow, look at that. So look at the RSI towards the downside. Yeah, no bullish divergence as well to be seen. So yeah, very likely continuation towards the downside. Yeah, very likely 8.54 over the next month or something like that, I guess. You know, quite some time, right? So don't. It's gonna take a while. Anyways, I think that's enough for shit coins and stuff like that. Let's see where we close with our Bitcoin. So where did we close with our Bitcoin? Our 4 hour here. It's actually here. We closed nicely above the trend line here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. As long as we're holding, like I said, above the 200, sorry, this is the 200 simple moving average, above the 200 simple moving average, above the EMA, all the EMAs, as you can see. Small pullback here, which is normal. Looks really positive. Looks good for continuation towards the upside, to be honest. But let's see what tomorrow brings. But this looks, like I said, very likely 11,750. Small pullback then, and then yeah, something like this, right? So pullback, and then towards 11.9, it would be what I would be thinking is probability. Let's see if the expected move agree with me. Expected moves, what are you saying? What are you saying? So first standard deviation towards the upside is 11,712, right? So yeah, that's basically what I'm expecting, right? Over the next 12 hours, 11,750-ish. And then towards the downside, 11,468. So that's very positive, right? So if we go back to 11,468, that would be basically closing below the EMA 55. Sorry, below the EMA 21. So very likely, if we do close below there, then we do get another swipe towards the downside around 11,350, 11,300-ish area. This green box here towards the downside. So yeah, that's basically what I'm waiting for to be happening. But yeah, let's take a look at the Stokes. Yeah, Stokes on the 12 hour, as you can see. Like I said yesterday, I want to see this red line crossing over this previous support line, which it has turned into resistance. So it, yeah, very likely continuation of the trend towards the upside, to be honest. Let's take a look on the 4 hour. Yeah, this is very positive. When the 4 hour Stokes are curling something like this, it's very positive for the price towards the upside, right? So yeah, I stick to my standpoint. very likely continuation of the trend, small pullback here, maybe back to like, you know, the 10 simple moving average, the EMA 55-ish area, like that. Break, take a breather, break, try to break this green box here towards the upside. Once we do close above it, 11,750, small pullback, and then 11,9 is very likely what I think is going to be happening over the next week. And then at 11.9-ish at this green box here, or basically this green box here on the daily, let's see what happens there. Do we get for that mass pain scenario like I've said, where we just, you know, make a push all the way back down towards the $11,000 ish, then everybody is going to be screaming bearish and this and that, and then we break all the all the shorters, all the bears, their dreams, and go to the moon afterwards. That would be the max pain scenario for me. So I'm just keeping that in mind. Does not mean that it will happen. Like I said, all depends on what will happen here around this area here, if we get there, of course, right? So that's basically what I'm waiting for. So tomorrow my strategy will be basically to be waiting and seeing what the CME chart is going to be doing. But like I said, everything looks quite good for a long position. So that's what I would be focusing at. If we do break down, like I said, if we do break down 4-hour candle close below this area here, 11,480, very likely we'll be swiping down towards the 11,350-ish area. Would I be concerned? I would still not be concerned, like I said, as long as we are holding this purple line here, this EMA 200. If we close a 4-hour candle close below that purple line, very likely we'll be swiping all the way back down here. The lower 11,000s, like, could be, like I said, could be 10,950-ish or something like that. Could be very possible, as long as, once again, very important, as long as we don't close a daily candle that is lower than this daily candle around here, so that we don't create our lower low structure. So yeah, those are basically the ranges that I'm seeing, or what is possible to be happening, right? So close below 11,480, very likely swipe towards 11,350-ish. Close below the EMA 200, below 11,319, very likely lower, very low 11,000, 10,900-ish area to be fair, if we get there, because it would be already the third time that we would be getting there to the downside. Do I really expect that? Not really. I think we will just be consolidating or ranging around this area here and try to be breaking towards the upside. If we break above this upside, very likely 11,750, and then we will be trying towards the 11,900, and then we will have a new stream from there, very likely. So those are the scenarios that I am seeing. And yes, USD is definitely turning into a shitcoin. But that's normal, right? If you massively inflate and print more US dollar, then you devaluate your currency as well. But the thing is, the world economy still is working on the US dollar, so very little choice to for people, right, to be trading anything else than I mean, using US dollars. Anyways, I think I've very clearly made my plan, or the ranges or the structures done. So hope to see you guys tomorrow for a very important weekly candle close, and then we'll take it from there. And then the next day it will be the monthly candle close. That would be even more important. So yeah, hope to see you guys once again tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. UTC +8. Please like, share, comment, and do whatever you want with this channel. And until tomorrow.